The business though, Curt, being able to stay relevant throughout all of the years with the rise of the home studio,
right.
Everybody recording at home.
Right.
How did you maintain Patchwerk's relevance during all of that time?
The home is a blessing to me. Mm-hmm. To me. So when it comes to, I've been there the whole time, so I know. And I ask people, I'll be like, how'd you hear about us? They're like, come on, man, we know about Patchwerk. I'm like, why'd you choose us? Man, this was my dreams too. So I have all this information that for over 29, 30 years, I've been talking to my customers.
Yeah.
Patchwerk is like, it's Disneyland for people in the music industry. This is a dream. It's an aspiration for them to get there. So they hold us up high and they think that we're going to do everything perfect and not make any mistakes and whatever. And so I tell people it's like a young girl who's getting married for the first time. She's getting married, but she's marrying an idea. She don't really know what marriage is. She think it's this fantasy. But then you get married and you be like, it's work to be done.
It's the real deal.
So now somebody that have been married before, they ain't gonna be tripping on you. They gonna be like, man, I got a good dude. Let me stop screaming on him. Let me help out. It's a partnership. But these people, they're coming to work at this dream studio. And so then we're doing that, which is cool, but there was nobody to compare us to.
Ooh.
So now you come in here and you work at your dream place and you might be like, dang, I thought it was going to be different, but you don't have a point of reference to know what you appreciate. Then now these home studios and these small independent studios pop up and they go try that place. And they like, man, it was hard to book time.
Patchwerk.
It didn't have parking. It was hard for me to make my payment. The engineer was late. It was smoked out or whatever. So to me, it offered a contrast, which I welcomed. Hey, man, you ain't happy? Go over there. Man, I'll give you the number to the other studio. Go over there. And then they go there, and then they start appreciating what you're doing a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And then what I tell people, it was kind of like, when we first started, we had a smaller studio. Mm-hmm. And I told Bob, I said, well, we were in the middle. I said, we getting beat up by the home studio, and we getting beat up by the world. It's like biblical stuff. They say the worst place to be is lukewarm. Either be cold or be hot. When you sitting in the middle, the niggas at home is eating your lunch and the people at the top, they skipping you. They doing as much as they can at home, skipping the middle and then spending the money on a world-class facility. So I told Bob, we got to get out the middle. I said, you want me to sell Mercedes-Benzes, but you gave me a Honda. Give me the luxury car and I'll kill all these people.
Exactly.
And so for us, I look at it like, even going out, like when people have to cut back, they may be like, I used to go out 3-4 times a week and eat dinner. I got to cut back. I'm only going out once. But when they go out that one time, they don't want to guess about the food. They're going to pick a place that they be like, nigga, I ain't experimenting. I'm going here because I know the waiter going to be good, the service going to be good, the food going to be hot, and then I'm going to go here. So a lot of people, when they cut back on the smaller places, whatever. They save their money and be like, if we going out, we're going to go out here.
Exactly.
And we're a little bit more efficient. I feel like, 8 hours with us is like a 12-hour day with somebody else. And I remember Alley Boy, from Duct Tape one time.
What up, though, Alley?
Yeah, we was having an issue where, and you can put 2 and 2 together, but their label didn't want them to work at our studio because they had another label here, Atlantic. So they were sending them over to their studio, but they didn't want to work there. And Alley Boy was like, man, I just don't. He's like, man, when I do work at their studio, I don't have confidence because I don't know if it sound right. And I be worried about, do I need to do it over? So I be coming over here redoing stuff that I did over there. I don't know if the engineer gonna do this. And he was like, man, Curt, I can work over here for 6 hours and get more records done and be happy with it than a 12-hour day over there. And so, I think it's important. And then like I be telling people, we can't fool anybody for 30 years. We have a different product. When you come in and you check the mic, it ain't gonna take you until we record it, mix it and master it and give it back. As soon as you get in there and say, hello. Hey, man, there you go. You're going to be like, shit, man, this shit sound different. It's a different product. So it's like, I can't keep fooling people. You got it. So we had, I'm going to tell this story. So the last Jeezy album, he had his own mix engineer, and then I was like, I got somebody that's killing people.
Yeah.
He was like, you do? I said, yeah, let us do a record.
Yeah.
He was like, my guy doing this, won't he just assist? I said, okay, let us just do a record. If you don't like it, you ain't got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Man, the dude did like 9 records, his engineer. My guy was like, hey, Curtis, I don't want to be listed on the assistant credits because he's not doing a good job. It don't sound right. He's like, it sounds bad.
Damn.
I said, well, do a record, and I'm going to get them to listen to it.
Yeah.
He did 1 record. So then I wasn't in the room.
Yeah.
I said, how'd the meeting go? What was y'all talking about? He said, I hit play. And he hired him to do the whole 20 songs on the last album, and he's doing stuff for him now.
Come on.
Yeah, because
Come
it's
on.
like, man, all that talking.
Yeah.
That's why I be seeing so many people talking. Man, you talking me to death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had another situation where, I'm not gonna say this artist because only 1 record has come out so far.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a 6-song EP, and it's a label here that I'm cool with.
Yeah.
We already talked about it, but I
Yeah.
ain't saying who it is. But we mixed their songs. Perfect. I said they was trying to go somewhere else to master it. Let us master it. We got such and such. I say, hey man, I'll cut you a deal. I believe in my guy.
Yeah.
We'll master one of your songs, and if you don't like it, you don't got to pay for it.
Yeah.
If you like it, I need you to commit to letting us do all 6 songs.
Yeah.
We did the song. They ACH'd the money the next day. And I was
Yeah.
like, damn, y'all paid for it? But then they took the other 5 songs and let somebody else master it. We come back to the studio 3 months later. They got 3 new records that need to be mixed.
Yeah.
So they're playing the masters in the studio, comparing it to the 1 song that we mastered. They paid us to do the other 5 songs
Damn
over.
right.
And had us do 3 more records or whatever. And it'd be like, I'm tired of talking. Man, you using this dude.
Yeah.
I know I'm listening to your stuff and I'm
Yeah.
listening to ours.
Yeah.
You think I'm going to bet you and I know I'm going to lose? If I'm telling you, hey, man, all right, I hear what you're doing. Let my guy do it. And then I say, I need a commitment. And that's how we play it. I was waiting on somebody to call me for verses. I want to battle another studio.
I gotta ask you this though, Kurt, and I feel you on that because I'm about to take it here. Do y'all do tours at your studio just
Absolutely.
for people that come in town that just need to see what the hell's going on?
So we have free tours.
Okay.
And then we have VIP tours.
That's hard.
And then we have artist tours where when you're an artist, you can come in and play some of your music.
Yeah.
We're going to give you 15, 20 minutes to go in the vocal booth to hear what you sound like, and we're going to schedule you with the engineer to meet. So we got, and then we got kids tours.
Yeah.
Where kids can come in with their schools on the buses, and then we do corporate tours. But we do free tours.
Yeah.
Those are kind of basic, but then we got VIP, artist VIP, kids and school tours, and then corporate tours. And those are paid. And
No,
we
that's
definitely
hard.
do them.
Exactly.
And the crazy thing about it, B-High, is that like, so when I was doing it, a lot of people in our thing was tripping. It was like, yeah, but you charging, it's like $5.50 for 15 people. It averaged out to $22 a person. And then if you got anybody over 15, it's $22, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know I'm paying $30 for my daughter to go to Telus.
Exactly.
She paying $40 to go to the zoo. People do
Exactly.
school field trips all the time. And so, but I said, okay. I said, you do know we got free tours, though. I said, but to block off 2 hours, it ain't fair to us to block off 2 hours where we can't work, have somebody in there. So we set the nonprofit up so that if you had a school that wanted to do a tour, then we would get our graphic artists to create a campaign and say, hey, won't you make a donation to I Do Music so me and my school can go here, and then it kind of covers itself.
Yeah.
So my goal is I see the white schools and the private schools bring a bus over, bring lunch, pay me, and let their kids tour. Our kids can't do it.
Yeah.
So my goal is to raise enough money so that I can bring at least 2 to 3 schools to Patchwerk a week.
Yeah.
And not have to charge them, you know, and give them something to eat to tour the studio. But absolutely.